It looks like we have America's sweetheart, Lexi Steele, coming to the ring.
Lexi Steele sporting some fresh new gear.
Yeah, definitely. It's the first thing I noticed, some fresh new gear. Hopefully, and possibly a new attitude as well.
Yeah, much like Chris Phoenix, we saw Lexi Steele does have a tendency to be a bit hot-headed. Sometimes she gets a little frustrated and just kind of makes those rookie mistakes. So we'll see how she does here against a veteran in the business. So certainly one I'm looking forward to. But Lexi Steele looks to have been hitting the gym, getting in great shape, new gear, new attitude, new Lexi.
Quite possibly, but she stands a really stern test today, folks. As her opponent,
one of the absolute best in the Carolinas.
Best in the Carolinas, and once loved by us as well, but now...
Talk about new attitudes, right?
Very new attitude from the one, the only James Johnson.
The tie-dye sunrise, James Johnson.
James Johnson. Audio didn't pick it up, but I think he was displeased with the cameraman.
Well, can you blame him?
Nope, not in the least.
A shame, I suppose, how loved he was to how hated he is now.
Yeah, but he definitely appreciated the insult from the front row just now.
James may be a bit insulted that he's in the ring now with a woman. James Johnson, of course, the bigger of the two, the more experienced of the two.
Taller of the two.
Yeah, Lexi Steele, though, has been on a roll lately.
She definitely has, and I just want to see where this match
Former tag team champion at USA Main Event Wrestling.
Former tag team champ. Trying to get the crowd behind her right now as James Johnson looks disapprovingly at the crowd.
Yeah, James used to be one of the people, right? So.
Bigger than her, stronger than her, faster than her.
As Lexi's still showing the gains that she's recently acquired from the gym.
James Johnson offers up the wrist lock to get things started. Lexi Steele not looking for that easy opening.
Just mean mugs are right there. Follows up with a slap to his face.
Wow. Well, that'll do it.
Did that wake James Johnson up, however?
Crowd firmly behind Lexi Steele here. James looking for the clothesline. Lexi Steele with that Fez press.
Falls over, punches to his
just
side
right hands.
Right hands.
Raining down. Lexi Steele with the big Rana there. James just that hip attack there.
Just a hip attack, and it's just probably slowed Lexi down considerably.
Absolutely. Cut off the momentum that Lexi was gaining there. Lexi Steele goes up and over James Johnson. Follows that out. Monkey flip.
A monkey flip. And James Johnson is shocked in the corner right now. I think he bit off more than he could chew tonight, folks.
Lexi Steele firmly in control right now. Pulls James Johnson down for the cover.
2. Johnson up at the count of 2.
James Johnson looks stunned by what has transpired thus far.
I think he thought this was going to be an easy match. Well, there is no such thing as an easy match in Titan Wrestling Southside, folks.
James Johnson with a big headbutt there. As Lexi Steele reeling. Oh,
Just right to the back.
big clubbing blow there. James Johnson picks her up. Lexi Steele comes out the backside. Lexi Steele looking for that chick kick, but James Johnson scouted it, gets to the outside.
Lexi Steele. Oh, suicide dive from the outside into knocking James Johnson into the barrier.
Lexi Steele with a dive of her own takes James Johnson out.
The look of exasperation on James Johnson's face afterwards was just telling. She goes for the pin.
This could be it.
2. Johnson up at the count of 2.
Maybe looking for that spear.
Ooh.
James Johnson again with that hip.
Big hip attack. Kicks the rope with Lexi's face was leaning on, causing more damage.
Yeah, and those are steel cables. If you're not familiar with ring ropes there, those are steel cables just wrapped in tape.
And that they hurt.
Absolutely. Maybe as much, if not more, than that kick to the back that James Johnson just hit her with.
I'd rather take the kick in the back, to be honest with you,
Yeah, me too.
than eating a face full of rope, because that hurts. James Johnson with the mocking clap of approval for Lexi getting up.
Lexi using the ropes to climb up there. James Johnson looking for a suplex. Oh, what a big suplex.
Big suplex.
Takes Lexi Steele down. James Johnson seems proud of himself. Oh, and now a flex of his own.
And now, Lexi didn't take too kind of that, but James Johnson immediately fired back.
Lexi Steele with a big forearm. And another one. Third one.
Seems like those forearms are taking James
Johnson
off guard.
reeling back into the ropes. James Johnson with the reversal though, but Lexi Steele with the sunset flip. 1, 2, and just a 2 count. Referee Ben Wolf just a little bit out of position there.
Just a vicious shot to the side of Lexi Steele's face.
James Johnson with a huge right hand. James not happy with the crowd here. Big forearm.
Driving that shoulder into the sternum of Lexi Steele.
We've seen this. A huge uppercut.
Doing everything in his power to slow Lexi Steele down.
Oh, big belly to belly. Shades of Braden Marshall.
Goes for the pin.
Covers.
2.
2. Just a 2 count. Lexi Steele kicking out. 2.5. James Johnson. He's a little frustrated at this point.
I think he's surprised about how much fight Lexi Steele has brought to him in this match.
Lexi Steele, no slouch though. Again, former tag team champion. She knows what she's doing. She is a tough woman.
And James Johnson mocking the audience now to get Lexi Steele back into it, which may backfire on him.
Oh, big back elbow.
Big back elbow. Can Lexi capitalize?
Lexi coming back, but another boot there.
Using James Johnson aggression against him.
Gets out of the way. James Johnson into the corner.
With that speed.
Lexi with the knee. Out and, oh, what a big spear.
Big spear from
Big spear, that could be it.
Steele.
2. And
Just a 2 count off the spear. That spear. I don't think James Johnson was expecting any of this from Lexi Steele tonight.
absolutely not. Lexi Steele's won plenty of matches with that spear. James Johnson with the headbutt to the midsection.
Goes for a slam, but Lexi counters it. With a bridge. 1, 2. James Johnson got up at the count of 2.
James Johnson letting everyone know that was just a 2 count. He got the shoulder up. He's not out of it yet. Lexi Steele in control though, picks James Johnson up. Couple of forearms. Third one.
He has not had a single answer for these forearms all match.
Oh, shades of Norman Smiley there. Love it.
Lexi still gets up at the count of 2 from that.
And what I love about that cover is you saw James Johnson not only the lateral press there, but with his arm on Lexi Steele's wrist, trying to pin that arm down to keep her from getting that shoulder up.
And that's
a veteran tactic.
That's how much experience James Johnson has in the ring.
Yeah, that's a veteran move, but Lexi Steele, again, with just a tremendous amount of fight in her. James Johnson with a couple forearms of his own. Let's see if Lexi Steele has an answer for those.
Devastating clothesline.
Not at the moment. Big clothesline takes Lexi Steele out. James Johnson with a cocky pin. Man, if James Johnson would have covered, hooked the leg.
I think he wins. I think he wins. Jaw-jacking with the audience.
James Johnson maybe looking for that back. Yep, looking for that backpack stunner.
Lexi counters it, pushes him into the ropes.
Oh my God! Counters into a blue thunder bomb.
2. And Lexi still beats James Johnson.
Lexi Steele pins James Johnson off that blue thunder bomb.
James Johnson is stunned at this point, as his back is still hurting from that blue thunder bomb.